Mali has gone through beating Rwanda and Cameroon to land up here, and Nigeria yesterday defeated Cameroon to find the way here. And these are two teams with a lot of pedigree to them, and there will be nothing that they wouldn't be playing for. The two teams have already qualified their spots to play in Brno, Czech Republic next year for the Under-19 FIBA World Cup, and they will be looking to now hoist the trophy and be crowned FIBA Under-18 Women's AfroBasket champions. And this comes especially after Mali has won 8 and sit atop everybody else, and the next team coming in with only 2. I'm Emmanuel Shine, and I'm here with none other than Mr. Flush Ngwenya.
Interesting contest in our hands, Shine. Two most powerful teams in the continent in the female game, Mali and Nigeria. It doesn't get better than this.
It really does not get better than this, and this is what it comes down to. This is everything that they play for here, and the two teams will be looking to lift the trophy. Very little separating the two teams, and the two teams have a lot of success already between them. Like we said, Mali has 8 gold medals, and Nigeria only has 1 silver medal. Mali 8 gold medals, 2 silvers and no bronze. And you can see the Nigerian team coming out there being led by the captain of Nigeria, Wandu Hembam, at number 6. And she's had a fantastic week or 2 here already. A wonderful week or 2 here already in South Africa. Mali in the last have been in finals at least for the last 6. They've been in 6 finals for the last 6 finals in the last 6 championships, and they've won all but 1, which was against Egypt in 2020 in Cairo. And the ladies have looked to bounce back since. And there's the head coach Juliana Negedu heading this Nigerian team. And we're going to introduce the Malian team now, and you can hear the fans cheering for them as they have been on an absolute tear this tournament so far, winning games by big margins. And memorably when they beat Zambia 136-13, and they very comfortably won against Cameroon in the semi-finals yesterday at a very large score of 103-45. And they know very well the pressure that lies ahead of them, as they are the defending champions, and they'll be looking to do everything to get us going. And we're here to get the proceedings started. As you can see, the Malian team, the defending champions, looking to make a name for themselves, not only in this tournament, but moving forward. As you see their coach, Diakite Sohi, and his assistant coach, Abdullah Maigad. And we're about to break for the national anthems. And that brings us to the conclusion of the singing of the national anthems, both teams singing it very proudly. And here we are with our officials for the day, our chief crew, Ahmad Aya from Egypt, Tami Imene from Algeria, and Shema Didier from Rwanda. And the three ladies with lots of experience under their weight and will be looking to lead this game. The two ladies rather and the gentleman will be looking to officiate this game with the most pressure, the most passion, with the most excitement, as this is what it comes down to. This right here is the final of the FIBA U18 Women's AfroBasket. We have two African powerhouses in Nigeria and another powerful African heavyweight in Mali. And they'll be competing to see who lifts the trophy, as both teams are already aware that they'll be representing Africa next year in Brno, Czech Republic for the Under-19 FIBA World Cup. Very little separating these two teams, as we'll get there as there are certain key players we need to look out for. Specifically for Nigeria, we have Idubamu Begi, or rather with Mali, we'll be talking about the starting lineup.
There's Kumari number 8, for Mali Bete number 10. They are star guard. You got 14 Sidibe, you got 15 Dabo, and you got number 85, the team captain, Mama Dombia.
And if we speak about that team alone, they've been on an absolute tear, winning the semi-final by almost 70 points, just asserting their dominance. And we have Umu Kumaru, 20 points per game. The captain, Mama Dumbia, 15 points and 10 rebounds a game. You have another star in Rakiatu Bert, 12 points a game. And you have Umu Dabo, 12 points a game, 11 rebounds a game. There's just so much star power in this Malian team.
I don't see any cracks in this Mali team. I mean, the scoring has been shared nicely amongst them. More than 5 players averaging double figures. But the most important player in this Malian team is obviously number 10, Bethe, who does a bit of everything. Very good guard. Absolutely very, very good defender as well. Omar Kumare as well, number 8. She's also critical as she scores a lot of points. She's the leading scorer, averaging about 20 plus points per game. They're just an incredible basketball team, and they can defend, which is very, very, very key.
It seems as though everybody in this Malian team plays defense, but never mind playing defense at a ridiculously high rate, high tempo, continually pushing the play. And that's why they are the defending champions, and they've built that basketball culture that they have built in that country.
They tend almost everybody above 27 turnovers. That's what they average. So the one thing that the Nigerian team needs to really, really do is to take care of the basketball.
Without any further ado, we are getting ready to tip this off here. And the building is already ecstatic and it's filled here. We've got a whole lot of fans getting ready to support the Africa's future champions. As you see that starting 5 for Mali stepping on. And that lady there, number 15, Omo Dabo, is a double-double machine. She's an unstoppable presence in that paint. And it's going to be interesting to see just how much of that she can prove. Every game before this counts for absolutely nothing now that you are here in the finals. You've won every game up until now. It matters now. This is why we are here.
Look out for number 0 from Nigeria, Begi. That's their star point guard. She really is a very good lead guard. She does a lot of scoring, she does a lot of defending, but also she gets them playing. She sets the table for the offense of Nigeria. They obviously have their hands full, there's no question about it. As you've mentioned, how Mali plays very good defense, but over and above that, you got number 30 from Nigeria, Doyinsolo Lichirin, who's their star forward. She must really fire today against a very, very good player in Omar Dabo from Mali. Again, you got number 15 from Nigeria, Abigail Isaac, who's a very, very good player as well at the small forward.
And you can see the referee just telling Dabo to tuck her hair in so they can see her number. I don't know how long that's going to last in there because this is a very physical game. With everything to play for, we have tip-off here won by Nigeria against the Somalian side. And you can see Captain Mama Dumbia guarding that lady there that we spoke about, Idubamo. And Idubamo Begi goes to the free throw line and she gets fouled early in this game by Dabo. That's one player they're going to be looking to get into foul trouble because she is a presence, a big presence and a menace in that paint.
Dynamas do come in small packages.
As Nigeria opened the proceedings here with that free throw. And Begi will just lose that ball and it's belt. And another steal here. Lots of turnovers, lots of steals as a result too.
Yeah, both teams play aggressive defense. I mean, Nigeria will get into your face as well on defense and really make you to turn the ball over. They will turn you over as well. They're very quick and very agile on defense.
And unable to finish is Malian captain Mama Dumbia. She'll be disappointed with herself because she's scored a lot tougher than that. And not even thinking about it is a shot there, but unable to convert. And the Malian captain, Mama Dumbia, comes up for the rebound as she sets up her team. And Nigeria turned the ball over without pause from Abigail Isaac trying to find her captain, Wandu Hembam. And the game continues here. Idubamo Begi faced off here, and Abigail Isaac tries to go in the low block. Oh, beautiful turnaround fade away. She's got one up on Dabo so far in this game. Mali just trying to move the ball around, trying to get that lady over there, Kumara, the number 8, prolific scorer, 20.8 points per game, with a tournament high of 34 against Zambia. She launches a long three, front iron, nothing. And Nigeria will get to push the ball. And good ball movement there. Hembam with a long two, and she gets that to drop. And you can see Coach Juliana Negedo of Nigeria imploring her team to not lose focus as Nigeria take a commanding 5-0 lead.
Yeah, Hembam is a very good player. She's a very good shooter as well. She shoots the three ball very well.
And there's Dabo, misses that. Rebound taken by Nigeria, unable to keep the ball in play as they try to find that lady there, Idubamo Begi.
Great start by Nigeria. So far, they've been playing good defense. As captain, fantastic for Mali, Dabo.
Unable to convert that is Mama Dumbia, the captain, and Bert is called for a foul there on Nigeria's Momoluo Togbade. First substitution there as We have our first introduction for Mali Maimouna Traoré stepping in there. This big and strong rebound by the Malian captain, Mama Doumbia.
That's a tough rebound. She just snatched that ball.
And this is one person you don't want to leave open. But Nigeria's Nigerian gets that rebound. Very even contest between the two teams so far.
Very evenly matched as well. Great guards, good forwards.
And Umu Dabo gets that rebound, and Traoré gets a push up. She finds Bert who converts to open the scoring here for Mali, and the fans love it in the stands.
So now you will see the point guard Julius will go to number 5 of Nigeria, Shehu. She's a very quick guard. Oh.
And another sublime finish there by none other than Idubamo Begi.
Like I said, Begi is a player to watch. She does a lot for Nigeria. She does the scoring, she does the defending. She gets them going, she sets the table for them. She's their star point guard. They look up to her to pick up tempo and to run the team as well. She's a floor general.
And she gets fouled with that.
This is where the contest is going to be in a low block. Again, you cannot leave that.
Kumare, she opens the proceedings here and makes sure Mali are on the board with a three-pointer. And Abigail Isaac, unable to get that. Umu Dabo, a very imposing figure there, loses the ball. And it's going to be Nigeria's ball, surprisingly.
Good communication between the two officials. They finally confirmed that it is Nigeria's ball. I mean, Mali ball rather. This is the clash of the Titans, the two heavyweights. Great
Captain
pass.
Mama Doumbia unable to get that to drop. And jump ball, everybody's throwing bodies. This is what it comes down to. This is a final, it is a game of inches. Anybody willing to give up an inch will be left to pay for that.
Everyone wants that gold medal. Everyone wants that bragging rights to be the champions of AfroBasket 2024 in Pretoria, South Africa.
And Kumare gets that rebound, passes to Bert. Bert will try to drive, and she loses that handle. Seems Mali has a bit of jitters to start off this game.
Absolutely. As you can see, Coach Diakite Sori really marshalling his troops. Double team by Mali. That's what they do extremely very well. They will put pressure on you, full court, and they will make sure that when you go to the corners, they will double you all the time. You gotta stay away from the corners. Try to keep the ball in the middle. Just like that.
And Idubamo Begi misses that, but Nigerian gets the rebound. However, it goes out of bounds. And you can see the coach, Juliana Nagedu, continuing to shout instructions to her team. Very happy with the way her team started. And unable to convert that as Nigeria get the rebound, but Mali is all over them. But they managed to find Idubamo Begi is now a 3-on-1 defensive play here. And she misses that. And Bert gets the rebound over Abigail Isaac, and Captain Mama Doumbia gets to push that as she finds Umu Dabo, who gets that to drop. Umu Dabo playing in Lyon in LDLC as well, Feminin for Lyon, showing just why she's a strong presence here for this Malian team as she ties the game.
She looks very strong. She's very wide as well, so it'll be difficult for you to try to get around there if you're forward, especially when she's that low block.
Surprisingly though, she moves around quite well. Actually, you see the crossover by Idubamo Begi. But quick recovery there by Maimouna Traoré. Good switch of hands. And captain Mama Doumbia gets that rebound. She might not be the biggest presence. However, she gets rebounds better than most, as she's averaging 10 rebounds a game. And another miss there as Bert collects a rebound, and Maimouna Traoré gets to push the ball down the floor amongst the Giants. Gets a floater, misses that, but Mali playing full court defense still.
Yeah, Mali are very good at that full court defense.
And just a collapse there, but Nigerian captain Hambam misses that. Abigail Isaac will try, and she misses that too. And there's no basket as she traveled. No team giving up any inch here as we approach the last 3 minutes of the first quarter, and there's a timeout called. And Kani Sidibe of Mali will check back into the game.
Well, it's going to be a tight contest all the way, as both teams are very, very good. The score is 7 to Mali, 7 to Nigeria. It's a tie ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
This is surprisingly a low-scoring game for these two teams who have just dominated time and time again. And for them to have played 7 minutes now without only having scored 7. And here's Nigeria. You can see Coach Juliana Nagedu there, just getting her team ready, telling them exactly what to focus on, because they're coming here statistically as the underdogs, but they're not playing like it.
I mean, look, Coach Juliana Nagedu, very experienced coach. She was part of the 2004 Olympic team for Nigerian women's team. That was part of the Summer Olympics in Athens in Greece. So she will know what it takes to win today, and she will try and rally her troops towards the win.
And we see Mali coming back there, and Maimouna Traoré just ready to continue leading this team forward. And it's a captain, Mama Doumbia, who takes a breather after her much-needed contribution in this game.
Enough said about Mama Doumbia. She does a lot of things for this team. If she's not rebounding, she's scoring. If she's not scoring, she's assisting.
But even her defensive presence, because I mean, she's not the biggest player, but her ability to just play defense, and she's also averaging 3.6 steals a game. That is not an easy feat. And Maimouna Traoré gets away with the ball as she finds Kumure. And she's calling for a push, but the ref says there was nothing there. As Dubamu Begi finds Adentola Nigerian. And Traoré comes off with a rebound. Fast break pass to Kumure. Kumare, my apologies, who scores that. She's the leading scorer for this team with 20 points per game.
She's a scoring machine. She does it in a lot of different ways.
In fact, she leads the whole tournament. She's the leading scorer in this AfroBasket, women's AfroBasket.
There she is again, running the floor extremely hard.
And she scores yet again.
She's got a very good motor. She can run the whole day.
And just like that, this Malian team take a 4-point lead. And there's a foul called there. We spoke about Umu Kumare. She had a quiet start to this game, but before we know it, she's already up to 5 points in this first quarter. 7 points in this first quarter.
Yep. She's a very good three-point shooter.
I think most surprisingly is a free throw percentage. She's shooting at 93%. And I mean, she gets a lot of trips to the line, and to still maintain that focus to shoot at that level.
Absolutely.
And Nigeria's Aminatu Ayodeji scores the first points of the game. Misses the second free throw. And Maimouna Traoré picks up the ball. Just sheer pace there, but she loses the handle. But she does not lose the hustle.
Sheer hustle. Sheer hustle by Mali. That's defensive intensity at its best, and that's why they're the best in the continent.
It is so refreshing to see players play at this rate, play with this much intensity. And there will be a substitution there for Nigeria as Aminata Ayodeji comes to the bench. The ball now with Kani Sidibe, hands over to Bert. Bert makes a cross-court pass to Traoré, and Sidibe goes around and able to get shot, and big rebound by Vivian Iwuji. And Nigeria tries to break through, and good interception there. It's going to remain Nigeria's ball. And the tussle for the ball, and Kani Sidibe walks out of the ball as Belt will bring it up for this Malian team. Very tightly guarded by Patience John, who steals that ball. She was a bit too casual there as Kani Sidibe steals that ball, but Maimouna Traoré just opens up the jet engines. And again,
that's a casual pass.
Casual play.
It's a bit of a casual pass there.
And the shot clock winds down, game clock, and that is the end of the quarter. It is 11 to Mali and 8 to Nigeria's Junior de Tigres as we break off for this first quarter. And you can see that Bert, who got the scoring started for this team, will head to the bench. And we are back here for the second quarter of this AfroBasket under 18, the women's under 18 AfroBasket final between Mali and Nigeria. Mali, knowing that this is not going to be as easy as it was in 2022, where they had beaten Egypt 86-54 in the finals in Antananarivo in Madagascar. They know that it's going to be a lot more difficult here, as the Junior de Tigres have shown so far in this game.
It's still early going. You're quite correct. It's not going to be an easy game. They know that.
And you see that pressure there by Maimouna Traoré playing defense. Very good defense. Easily weaves her way through Patience John and is able to get herself on the score sheet so far today. With that slick move down the baseline. And Umudabo finds Maimouna Traoré, and with Cody Kudaketa back to Maimouna Traoré, who goes around and unable to find her captain there, Mama Dumbia. And Nigeria breaks the press. And good take, good defensive effort, in fact, by the Malian captain, Mama Dumbia. And Abigail Isaac comes to set the screen. And she's called for a moving screen. Abigail Isaac on Maimouna Traoré.
Both these teams have turned the ball a lot, especially in the first quarter.
The arena is just buzzing here.
Nigeria has turned it 14 times, and Mali has turned it over. My mistake. Mali has turned it over 8 times. Nigeria has turned it over 6 times.
And the ball will remain with Mali. 18 seconds on the shot clock. And the ball is now with Maimouna Traoré. And double sets a strong screen. Somehow finds Dumbia, the captain, and she gets fouled, and she'll step up to the free throw line to shoot 2. She's a 67% free throw shooter.
Yeah, I like this lineup by Mali when number 5 Traoré is at the point guard, and Mama Dumbia is at the 3 guard, because they really have a very good understanding.
And she slashes very well.
She slashes accepted very well.
As good as this lineup is, that lady, Bert, is still on the bench, so there's far more firepower on that bench.
Absolutely.
And Kumare does not waste as she drops that. First play in double digits today, and she goes up to 10 points with that 3 ball. My oh my. Long 3-pointer, unable to drop by Nigeria's captain, Wandu Hembam. And you can see Coach Juliana Negede telling the players to just get back on defense, because the Somalian team is very quick down the floor.
Here's a good thing about Traoré, number 5, the point guard. She does find her players. She knows who should be open, and she gets the ball to them with ease.
And she doesn't panic.
No, she doesn't panic. With her running the point guard, Mali is a much better team.
Beautiful defense there. As Kumare will break up. And she gets that to drop. Man, she's already up to 12 points. She is a 93% free throw shooter, leading this AfroBasket, the women's AfroBasket, in points per game at 20.8. And she's showing exactly why she is leading, as she puts her country up 17-10 with 7:45 left in the second quarter. And Umu Dabo gets her first breather as we see the introduction of Fatoumata Samake.
Samake is another really imposing figure inside. She's a very good shot blocker.
And she was here a few weeks ago for Basketball Without Borders with the Somalian side.
Yeah.
And Nigeria continuing there. And the shot attempt no good. And the rebound was taken there by Nigerian's Vivian Iwuji, but she misses the putback. So she'll step up to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Here's what the Nigerian guards can never do. Try to go in for offensive rebounds, because once they do that, Kumare is running the floor hard as soon as her forwards are getting the rebound, and she's going on a fast break, and she's making fast break layups all day, every day.
And you've seen just how quickly she got out.
So if I'm Julian, I'm telling my guards not to go in for offensive rebounds, none whatsoever. As you can tell her now, she's really sending them back.
Vivian Iwuji scores 2 there to bring the game to within 6, as 18-12 is the score in favor of Mali. And this point guard has been sublime. Maimouna Traoré, her pace, ability to create plays, and she gets that to drop, and one! My oh my, the building is erupting as the Malian fans are bringing all kinds of instruments, the flags are being flown high and the support is being shown, and this team is delivering in just the right fashion.
There's a substitution for Mali.
As Kumare goes to the bench, but Belt comes on. Not much of a relief there for Nigeria.
Absolutely. One star guard for another star guard. But I'm telling you, the difference maker in this basketball team at the moment has been number 5, Jory, the point guard. She's not a starter, by the way. She comes off the bench. But when she comes in, the energy just gets to pick up because she's an energy bunny. But also a very good point guard because she really finds people. And she can drive and she can finish. But she will hustle on defense as well. So she's that great of a point guard.
Maximum pressure on defense, she continues. Even around screens, she still finds a way. Look at that.
Yep, she causes a turnover as Baker double dribbles the ball. And Baker is a very good point guard, just by the way, ladies and gentlemen. But today, I think she has met her match. Timeout Nigeria. Coach Juliana wants to talk about it.
She wants to stop this bleeding because Mali, with the energy from the arena, from their fans, and the way the team is just playing, is getting them going. You can see they're blocked by Maimouna Traoré, and you can see, as well as this leading guard scores, Kumara, she just runs the floor.
Kumara is sitting at 13 points, and she averages 20 a game. She's just 7 shy of her average, and we're only in the second quarter. And she's already on the bench, just relaxing.
Look at that and one play. And you can see Vivian Iwuji there. And Coach Negedu just continuing to egg a team on, telling them to keep going, that there's still a lot of basketball left to be played. They just need to take care of the ball and chip at it one possession at a time.
That's how you eat an elephant. It's a bite at a time.
Can't finish it in one go. And Shehu will now come on as she is going to be leading this Nigerian team at the point guard position. After the suffocating defense by Maimouna Traoré, Begi is called off.
And I haven't seen many players in this tournament that can stay in front of Begi, as she is their leading scorer, but a very good lead guard as well. And she does extremely well at the point guard position because she gets this Nigerian team to play. It'll be interesting to see what Nigeria does now. Nigeria are going to a zone defense. Oh, my mistake is still back at the man-to-man, on their man-to-man.
It looks like a 1-3-1 defense. And Abigail Isaac, Shehu now has the responsibility to face up against Maimouna Traoré.
Yep.
And she's gone right down the floor. And she misses that. But Captain Fantastic Dumbia is there as she gets an and-one play. Small guard, small/forward, but she's averaging 15 points a game and 10 rebounds. And this is exactly why.
Sheer energy, sheer determination. Clearly you can see who's the leader of this team. She leads in all fronts.
She misses that free throw, and Nigeria will spill the rebound. And Maimouna's there, Traoré on patience, John. Abigail Isaac, pressure relief there. Ball is now with Shehu. And Shehu seems to be all out of options. 5 seconds, almost 5 seconds. She gets it back, but Dumbia's there. And Maimouna Traoré with that defense. How do you get around that?
Hey, she's a menace. You're gonna have to put in a lot of ball screens.
Or you just hope she gets into foul trouble or she gets tired. But she doesn't look like one who gets tired. She's just got a motor in her.
She has a serious motor.
Back to the 3. Doesn't drop. Captain Mama Dumbia gets the rebound. And there's a jump ball. It's going to stay with Mali.
Mama Dumbia is just a fantastic guard with pure rebounding instincts. Both ends of the floor. She can rebound on defense, she can rebound on offense. She gets offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds. but it's just sheer determination.
And Maimouna Traoré goes to the bench as Awa Samake steps on for this Malian team. And they speak about Mama Dumbia's ability to just get rebounds. It's as though she studies it, like the reincarnation of Dennis Rodman, but with more skills.
Oh,
tough.
That's a great pick.
And the block there by Mama Dumbia again. Everywhere. You would swear she's got a twin or a duplicate in this court, a doppelganger of some sort.
There's so many of her on the court.
And the fans just continuing to urge this team on as Mama Dumbia steps out there. Mama Dumbia stepped out to close Idubamo Baby. And Coach Flush, you'll see that Maimouna Traoré goes to the bench and Bege comes back on the court.
It's all tactical at the moment. They're trying to get her going. Bege, that is, without Traoré on the floor, because Traoré has really troubled her defensively. Now maybe she'll have a bit of a breather.
What a long three-pointer almost dropped. There's no range for Kumara. And she still plays amazing defense. The ball now with Momowolo, toward body of Nigeria, Aminatu. And she gets stripped there by Mama Dumbia. The ref will call a foul. And it's on Mama Dumbia. Undersized, but she's managed to stick with a man.
To the approval of all the fans, if not most, in the arena. As you can see, as you can hear the boos, they seem to think that was not a foul, it was a clean strip.
And Aminatu Ayodeji scores that free throw. It's the first point Nigeria has had in a while, actually.
It is. They've been suffocated so far in this quarter defensively.
And she gets to drop the second one. There's a timeout called by Mali's coach Diakite Sohi. As he doesn't like that his team is only leading by 9 points halfway through this second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, look, he has really put a lot of teams under pressure, turned them over, as we said, an average of 27 points a game. That's what he averaged. That's what they averaged in turning the other team over. So he's really looking to get these girls going, especially on the defensive end, because they're really very good, very, very good in terms of a full court press. They really just get in your face and really make it uncomfortable for you with their full court press.
And we spoke about the point guard Maimouna Traoré. She's averaging 5.6 steals a game. That, anywhere, is insane.
That's crazy.
And you see the Nigerian boys there trying to cheer their ladies on. They didn't exactly have a successful outing in this competition.
So they're hoping that the ladies will carry the flag for them, going back to Lagos and Abuja. At the moment, it's tough going for the ladies too.
And as you mentioned, it is tough going for the ladies. We see Tunisia there, the Tunisian ladies. Despite having played and not getting the outcome they wanted, here they are supporting in numbers. That's how much this game means, not only to the people playing, but even the competitors alike, as Patience John breaks out in transition and gets that layup to drop.
As that turnover happens, you can see Coach Diakite Sori is looking to bring back. Yep.
And Awa Samake has called for a travel and will directly head to the bench as the face of terror for Nigeria has just returned on the court.
I am sure Beg is thinking, why is she back on the floor? As you can see there, she's already putting pressure on Beggy.
Doesn't even allow the inbound.
Yep.
Momowolo to Ogbade now. Mama Dumbia fouls, and that's an and one for that lady there, Abigail Isaac of Nigeria. She's had a good outing so far with 9.2 points per game, and 14.6 rebounds.
That's a very good stat line.
And Aminatu Ayodeji gets that rebound.
They throw it away. Now, Mama Tuyombe she just picked up a second foul. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Sori does. Looks like
I think he keeps her on.
Looks like.
And the ball now with Kumare. Doesn't get it to drop. And there is that lady, Maimuna Traore. And there is a push here by Abigail Isaac on Fatoumata Samake of Mali. And Abigail Isaac has just picked up a second foul. That is one person Coach Negedi will not want in foul trouble.
Indeed. But Nigeria are now in the penalty. Every time they foul, Mali's going to go to the line and shoot two.
And she misses the first. And she scores the second, much to the contentment of Malian fans as they're jumping. And another traveled on Beggy as she saw that lady, Maimuna Traore. And Beggy will attempt a running three. Doesn't fall. Mamawolo Togbade gets that. And Abigail Isaac gets that to drop. It might be time to bring back Umudabo as Abigail Isaac is getting going. Mama Dumbia is called for a travel. And Nigeria just upping the ante, especially defensively here, chipping away at what was once a 12-point lead, making it a 4-point lead. And as you said that, Umudabo is back.
Yep, you need her. Because she does give you presence inside.
And another turnover there. Mama Dumbia finding Umudabo, and Umudabo immediate impact. She has brought some of the skills from LDL Seasvel in Lyon, France, back to Pretoria, South Africa. And Beggy manages to find Abigail Isaac, who doesn't get to drop, and another wild attempt goes to speak of the presence of Umudabo in the paint. And the coach is clapping for her.
Anytime you're a guard and you're beating somebody at the top, or you think you are wide open for a layup, as soon as you see that lady in there in the middle, as you see that lady there in the middle, Umudabo, you are bound to redirect, change your shot somewhat, and it's not what you.
And that's ultimately good defense. You don't have to get the steal, but you change your shot.
Absolutely.
And they spoke about her presence on the court, and she does just that. As Nigeria bring back Dionsela, Nigerian, and take on Aminatu Ayodeji. And she just sticks with it.
Look at Traore just getting around the pick, making sure that she doesn't. She's good take by Beggy.
And that's Traore's first foul. She's got amazing lateral movement.
Yeah.
But Becky was able to read it in that position. And that's what good players do. They make adjustments, they read the game, and then forcing Traore now to make a defensive adjustment.
Absolutely.
And Idubamo Begi, who's a 96% free throw shooter, misses that. The stakes could not be higher.
Stakes could never be that high. As Mali leads by 5 points, 26-21 to Mali.
Bert with the ball now. She finds Kumara. Kumara drives in. Spin move finds Doumbia. Mama Doumbia almost got double there. They've got 4 seconds left in the shot clock, and we'll have to master something.
There's 5 on the floor. Traore at the point.
You still have Kumara, who's the leading scorer.
Yep. With Bethe on, Doumbia on. It's a very, very dangerous 5. I think she had more time than she thought.
Just a little misjudgment from her. The arena is buzzing. You would swear there are many bees here.
Okay, they're just a sheer presence of
and Kumara calling for it. And good defense by Idubamo Begi. And Nigeria giving everything they have, especially on transition defense.
they will have to.
And Begi, after that good defensive run, she gets a breather.
Wandu Hembem, the team captain, comes back on.
Kumari had a wide open 3-point shot attempt that she squandered. And just Mama Doumbia, her way of running back and cutting off options that looked like they were a foregone conclusion is exactly the type of leadership every team needs.
True.
And Kumari wide open and she won't hesitate and she gets up to draw. My oh my, the name is Umul Kumari with 16 points in this encounter. The lady who leads this tournament in scoring at 20.8, and Belt will have a 3 of her own, doesn't drop.
Beth has misfired so far in this game.
And a good shot there by the Nigerian captain, Wandu Hembam, to just bring this game to within 6. As Mali, with the shot clock running out, wild attempt by Belt, almost went in. And we close this half here in Pretoria for the AfroBasket Women's Under-18 tournament in the finals here, as Mali lead Nigeria 29-23.
Low scoring half, I must say, especially Mali, because they score a lot of points.
And we are live back here for the second half of this finals, and you can hear the fans already roaring and cheering. To Queens, we will rock you. And I'm Emmanuel Shine here with Coach Flushing going at 29-23 at the half. Mali are leading. What do you make of the rest of this game, and what have you seen so far in the first half?
It's a low-scoring game. Both teams are playing very intense defense. It's 29-23 to Mali. Only one player, that is just a testament of how the defense has been great. Only one player in double figures is none other than Kumari, sitting on 16 points. Mali in particular have done extremely well in terms of putting Begi under pressure. She generally is the leading scorer for Nigeria, but she's only sitting on 4 points. Great defense by none other than number 5 from Mali, Traore.
And you can see the fans here from the Soweto Academy, one of the biggest academies, basketball academies here in South Africa, making the trip all the way to the capital city to support their team, to support basketball, that is. And we'll get proceedings started here again in the second half between Mali and Nigeria. Mali was going to be starting us off, and that lady that Coach Flush was talking about, Mane Traore, just been a real problem. Begi to belt, long three, and it doesn't fall.
Betty has been misfiring so far in this game. I mean, she's 0 for 5.
But you know, it's only just a matter of time before she gets it going. As a beautiful drive there by by Mamawalo Teogbade, who will land her at the free throw line where she'll shoot a pair.
It is a matter of time for Betty, number 10 from Mali. She just needs to see one go through the hoop. Hopefully that will inspire her.
And you know, shooters shoot, so you miss all the shots you don't take.
Absolutely.
And the more you shoot, the higher your chances of scoring.
Yep, shooters shoot, you just rightfully put it.
And that first throw is good by Momolua Togbade to start the proceedings for us here in the second half. And the 1-2 connect between Traore and Abo. Double, not good. And Mali looking a bit flatter than they were in the first half. Good take by Temi, by Idubamo. Begi to get that to drop. And that was a very beautiful take. Finally, like we said, good players will always find a way to adjust. And she adjusted to Traore's defense. Now the onus is on Traore to adjust her defense as she just cut through the Malian defense to score that too.
Yeah, it is basketball. Basketball is a game of adjustments.
And now it's Belt who picks up the defensive assignment on Idubamo Begi. And Abigail Isaac unable to get the rebound. And Mama Dumbia, the captain of Mali, with the ball. And beautiful take there by the captain, Mama Dumbia. My oh my, she has been fantastic this game, doing every little bit that you expect from a captain. As Mali steals the ball again. And she calls for a handoff.
Good patience by Mama Dumbia.
And you can see how quickly they close down. And Belt, you said she's been misfiring, but that range.
She has range for days. As she's 0 for 6. She will never stop taking those threes, as you said. Shooters shoot.
Good shooters never stop. And you get that to drop. Idubamo Begi starting this half here, showing Mali just what she's capable of, and that this Nigerian team will not take this lying down as they are here to compete.
Yeah. She has taken.
Who else do you go to when you need a bucket other than that lady who leads this tournament in scoring? Mali's number 8, Umu Kumare, now up to 19 points. And Nigeria will have to find ways to her, just to her, the same way Becky has adjusted. Oh, but double shows that this is her paint. And she gets up to 21 points. That's her average. It is early here in the second half, and she's already up to 21 points.
Yep, timeout called by Mali. I think Coach Soto wants to talk about something that he's not happy about. Especially, I think, one of the things that she will really pick up on is Bay getting deep in his paint. He doesn't like what he sees. Obviously, Traore has been put in pick and rolls, so they will need to hedge in slightly bit higher to be able to prevent Bay to get into the paint.
And you can see there Mali, like you said, Coach Sori, still pushing the tempo because these people are behind this bench, wheeling them on, pushing them to come out of here as champions. They are the defending champions, and the pressure, the stake could not be any higher.
Absolutely.
And you can see the instructions keep coming. And I mean, a man who is up 8 points this time in the second half, his team seems to have picked up that momentum, fixed their mistakes, but he continues to push them to give him more and more. And this is how they're champions. And you see the host nation here, the ladies and the men of the host nation supporting and taking notes, because these are going to be the competitors for a large part of their careers moving forward. We get back here with a full court press by Mali. It's amazing what a 1 minute break can do. And Kumare up to 21 points now, continuing to rub salt to wound for this Nigerian team, the Junior Tigers. As Begi gets to the paint, but this time, no, nothing open for her. And captain Mama Dumbia picks her up. And Traore almost got away with that. And good running there by Patience John, as she gets that to job to cut the lead back to 6. And Maimouna Traore, surprising that she starts on the bench. And Mama Dumbia.
Yeah, she really starts off the bench just to give them a lift when she comes on. I think what Coach Soto wants, he wants to have a bigger lineup with Mama Dumbia running the point in the beginning of all the games.
And this captain, Mama Dumbia, who's been an integral part of this Malian success. Still one of the youngest players on this team, surprisingly. She's not even 18 yet, only turns 18 next year. Yet she's playing like she's got 20 years of basketball playing under her belt. Long shot there, and Abigail Isaac collects the rebound. Mama Wolo to Igbade, but Double gets that rebound and she gets fouled. What a presence she is in the paint. Not had a very good scoring game, but one thing she will give this Malian team is the blocks, as she sits on 2, and she sits with 7 rebounds already.
She's a very good rebounding guard. She's a very good rebounding forward. Double.
And good defense there by Nigeria. And there's Double. And long shot by Kumare. Man, and Belt picks up. She weaves through the defense, loses the ball, picks up mid-range. She gets that to 3. My apologies, she's been misfiring, but she has found her range, recalibrated her gun, and here she is, shooting out of the gym. With all the ice in her veins. And if Beji is going to go in there, it will not be easy. As Mama Dumbia, the captain, is just everywhere, playing defense, fighting for the boards.
That timeout called by Coach Sori was just to correct precisely that high pick and roll for Becky, where she comes over, she attacks. Now he just adjusted to make sure that whoever becomes the defender of the screener is the one that hedges to stop her momentarily.
And Belts has just found the range. She hits another 3-point shot And that is what great players do. They make adjustments. And when they make adjustments, you'll be left wanting. Mid-range jump shot, not good. And it'll be Mali ball. Oh, Mali's starting to pull away in this third quarter. And like you said, Coach Jakite Sori called that timeout to correct not only the defense, but that also gave much life to his shooting star, Belt, to shoot. And the range has been extended, unable to get that to drop. You gotta give it that shot. That's a heat check.
Absolutely.
Oh, beautiful defense there by Kumara. She finds Maimouna Traoré, who breaks out and scores that. This is what they do. And now they're playing a full court press, and Nigeria is seemingly out of options. As she gets hounded there, but there's a foul called against Bert. And you can see she's not letting that go. She's letting teammates know this is what we do.
That lady there, number 10, Beth, has found a shooting touch. And she has made back-to-back threes.
And there's a mid-range jump shot for Nigeria, does not fall. And Kumara picks it up. And they get to break out, the Malian team. And Berthe thought about that. Nothing. But just the patience here. And I wouldn't be surprised if Kumara pulled up from there. That Tumbuktu range doesn't get to drop.
If she had made that one, I would have brought the house down. I can guarantee you that.
Oh, 100%. We're short of no highlights in this game. Because Juliana Negedu having to go deep in her coaching bag. Maybe bring us some of that 2004 Olympic experience.
Yep, she's gotta have to get even deeper in her bag. Right now, Mala leading by 14 points with 3 minutes and 27 seconds to go.
And Double picks up a second foul. And the fans not happy with that and not afraid to let the referee know. Patience John gets that first free throw to drop.
That doesn't bother Patience Jones a bit of what the fans thinks.
And Patience John misses that. Rebound picked up by Belt, and somehow Mali just push out in transition. And there's a foul there on the person you shouldn't foul. The leading scorer of the game, the leading scorer of the tournament. 93% on the free throw line. 100% so far in this game, and she'll step up to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
That's a very healthy average. In fact, it's more than healthy. If you're shooting at 93% from the free throw line, you're almost near perfect.
As Berthe gets a breather there. And Mali bring on Kuda Keita. And she misses that free throw. And you can see just how she's not happy with herself, because she sets an almost perfect standard for herself. She misses the second one too, which is unlike her. And the pressure, full court pressure is there. And guess who's back on the floor and steals that ball for Mali? It is none other than Captain Mama Doumbia. She's an engine. She's V12 engine, up and down the floor, doing all the nitty-gritty for her team. Oh, very well taken there by Minatu Adeyeji. The ball now back to Traoré from Kuda Keita. Maimouna Traoré, Kuda Keita drops a three from the bench to the three. What this quarter has proven for this Malian side, as they are shooting, playing full court press, and everybody that wants it can get it at this stage.
It is more like having a Ferrari and a Lamborghini in your garage.
And double cleans that up. And Mali pulling away here. What is a 6-point game at the half is now a 16-point game in favor of Mali. And the arena is going absolutely berserk. And the Nigerian captain, Hembam, gets that to drop. But all you hear in this arena is Mali's name being chanted. The defending champions is that foul, late call, but right call nevertheless.
Better late than never. We have been treated to a very fantastic final, ladies and gentlemen. Mali and Nigeria.
And it
under 18, 2024, Johannesburg, Pretoria. Pretoria, South Africa, rather, the capital, as is famously known as the Jacaranda City.
And the Jacarandas are blooming at the same time that this Malian team is also starting to bloom and kick in all cylinders. And the Malian fans, they're cheering their team. And she scores that first free throw. You can see them there. Sheer passion, patriotism.
The whole Bamako is here in Pretoria, ladies and gentlemen.
And another one drops. And the full court press here for Mali. And it pays dividends as that ball slightly goes out of bounds as Masahan Kone could not keep that in play. This is everything to play for here.
The defense is really smothering Mali. Smothering.
But the Nigerian captain seems to have answers for this, and that is what great leadership does. It is reflected in an attitude, a never die attitude. And there's a block of a charge that's going to go against Berthe of Mali. She picks up a third foul on 8 points though. And the 3-point drops for Momuwalo Tewogbade for Nigeria as they found new win in this game as they've cut the game down to 11. And Kumari just signaling to the ref that she wants to tie her shoelaces, sort of to say, let me tie my shoelaces so I can make the shot. Heavily strapped at the ankles.
Yep, that's all protection, which is always very good for young players. It is called injury prevention.
Very nearly connected. And there was no point for Masaran Kone to
save that.
Try save that, it would be their ball. And Kumara steals that ball. Good defense, good running back on defense by Nigeria as the full court press. And it's a jump ball, it's going to be Mali's ball. This Mali team is just relentless.
They're fighting, man. They don't stop. Whether they're down or they have a lead, they keep on fighting. That's why they are great.
Keeping their foot right on the pedal as we're approaching the end of this third quarter. The ball is now with Kumare. She calls for a screen. Is she going to pull up? No, she doesn't. Uses the footwork there quite beautifully. And bodies hit the deck. 2 seconds left. And Mali does not get that ball to go up. The Malian fans happy as ever. And you can see here 31 seconds left in this third quarter of the FIBA U18 Women's AfroBasket in Pretoria, capital city of South Africa. Another steal there This time, Kumara gets us to drop. She gets fouled. It will be an and one, up to 23 points. She does not take her foot off the pedal.
No, she doesn't, Sheena. She keeps coming. That's why she's a great scorer. She doesn't give up. And she doesn't
scores
stop.
Anyway, free throw, three-point shot, fast break play, and that all started with really good defense by not only Berthe but also Kuda Keita, and she misses that. And they're fighting for jump ball. That's a very good play because they know Nigeria will have the ball, but they start the fourth quarter with the ball.
Absolutely.
Lead back up to 13 now with 15.8 seconds left in this game. Coach Nagedu is telling the players there, stay focused, fake a pass to make a pass in order to beat this press.
But also I'm sure she just reminded them it's only 15 seconds to go, so we'll need to get a shot off at some point.
And the captain does just that, finds Aminatu Adeyoji, who gets that to drop as we wind down this quarter. And Nigeria cutting that 16-point deficit to just 11 points, heading into the fourth and final quarter of this women's final at FIBA U18 AfroBasket in Pretoria. And we're back here for the fourth and final quarter of what has already been a very interesting final for these ladies here, as Mali leads 53-42 and will be starting us off in this quarter after they caught a bit of fire in that third quarter behind the shooting of not only Kumare but also Berthe and Kuda Keita, who came on to wheel them too. But all of this starts and ends with the leadership of the captain Mama Doumbia, as well as the point guard Maimona Traoré.
Well, I can tell you now that for sure Coach Keita Sori has told his troops that, listen guys, we are right where we need to be. We just have to put the foot on the pedal, but we're going to make sure that we come up playing defense, because this Nigerian team is not going to stop. As you see, Beg is back on the floor.
Exactly as you said. One thing Mali has been very good at is just game management. And Traoré attempts the first three this game. And who is there to put pressure? It is the captain, Mama Doumbia, putting all the pressure, taking out all the stops.
Mama Doumbia has been fighting for Mali since the beginning of the game, and she's not going to let down. I'll tell you that for free.
Tooth and nail.
She's a
long range, and she gets it to drop from way back where the shot came from Bamako and landed right here in Pretoria. She gets to double figures, and you could not have taken that shot from a further range.
That is a very good three-point shot by that lady Beth. She has range for days. I used to be a shooter. I'd never had that range, I can tell you now.
Even just the license to shoot from there with 10 seconds on the shot clock. No pressure whatsoever, and she feels it's right to pull up, and so does her teammate, and almost gets her to drop. And it's going to be Mali ball, and the score is back up, 56-42.
Here's what Mali does very well, especially with Dabo on the floor. She will hustle for offensive rebounds. So as the captain, remember, they will all.
And Belt, is she going to extend the range? As she does, this time doesn't get to land. And this is what it all comes down to. This trophy, the coveted FIBA Under 18 Women's Trophy. This is what gets to go home today, either to Bamako or to Abuja.
As it stands right now, Bamako are looking more likely to get the trophy.
And it's going to be a very nice flight back to Bamako in the comfort of that gold.
Here's that game management by Mali. They're not going to be hurried, that's for sure.
And Kumare with a three, and it drops! The crowd is on their feet as Nigeria seem to have no answers for her. She takes a tally up to 26 points to lead not only all scorers but all players in this tournament.
Coach Juliana Negedu is looking for a timeout. She really wants to stop this bleeding. She will need to, as Mali is running away with it.
Oh my.
We have been treated to the best in the continent in youth basketball. Two female teams that are really, really good. Mali shows why they're the 8-time African champs.
And I mean, credit still goes to this Nigerian team because they didn't land here by mistake. They beat Egypt in the semi-finals, in the quarterfinals rather, and they managed to beat Uganda, who have done very well in the tournament, and they've ended up here. And just look at this range. It could not have been taken from further, but she manages to get that to drop. And another good defensive stop. And then in the corner, Kumare gets that to drop as if there was not already a dagger in the hope of these Nigerian fans.
Great basketball all around. I'm privileged to be sitting here and witnessing this very, very good final between two very, very good teams.
Man, oh man, this is what it comes down to.
This is what it comes down to. She has 7 minutes, 58 seconds to go. It is up to Nigeria, as Coach Julian has called a timeout, to try and rally her troops.
And I mean, this is where Nigeria will look to regain that confidence by getting a basket after this time. A big rebound there by Abigail Isaac, and it's picked up as she fouls Maimouna Traoré there. And the fans are asking for an unsportsmanlike foul, but I don't think that will be granted. It will be a normal blocking foul, as she made a play for the ball. Because Dakike Sori believes that was intentional, and nobody would want that on your star guard, Maimouna Traoré.
Somebody from Nigeria has picked up foul number 4. With that foul,
Abigail Isaac and Berthe tried to get that to drop, nothing. And Nigeria will try to break out as we're experiencing the biggest lead of the game at 17.
They will have to come out swinging now, Nigeria. There is no time to do just that, turning the ball over when you're down 17 with 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go. They really have to take care of the basketball. It's imperative that they take care of the ball if they have to have any comeback in this game.
It seems to be a foregone conclusion for the Malian fans as they're already cheering in celebration. But 7 minutes 20 seconds left in this game is still a very long time and a lot of basketball to be played. And you can see the frustration from the Nigerian players now, who are beginning to get very handy. A lot of touch fouls.
Yeah, it's all desperation at this point in time.
and the ball remains.
They are very good at that in terms of game management.
And the country that once held the largest gold reserve under the reigns of Musa Mensah will now be taking more gold back with them to Bamako.
Isn't that a little bit unfair? They already have the gold reserves. They're taking more gold.
Too much gold is never enough gold. And there is a foul called there. And Idubamo Begi just looking to find the smallest aperture of opening, and it doesn't quite fall. And who is there to the rescue of this Malian team? None other than that captain, Mama Doumbia. And Maimouna Traoré doesn't get that to fall. With every second that passes, you can see the life being taken out of these Nigerian fans, these Nigerian players.
Traoré has played a beautiful game thus far for Mali. She had led from the front as she makes her first free throw, but she has controlled the offense exceptionally very well.
And Maimouna Traoré misses that, but Dabu doesn't get to keep that. The lady who's continuing with an already illustrious young career in Lyon in France. And Patience John hounded there by Captain Mama Doumbia.
They're switching from Mali. Has kicked in.
I mean, they can smell victory there. And an air ball three-pointer. I mean, how do you shoot around that? How do you make passes around that? Mali seem to be moving so well defensively. One very well-oiled machine. It seems as though they have 7, 8 players on that court.
It feels like they have 20 players on the court because they're really smothering in terms of their defense. They don't let you breathe.
And it's as though this is a home court game for them. You can just hear the fans. Doumbia with the 3 points of their own, and captain, fantastic! Gets that to drop. My oh my. As this is now the biggest lead of the game at 21 points. Couldn't come at a better time for Mali.
If she's not making threes, she's picking up defensive rebounds. If she's not picking up defensive rebounds, she's playing great defense.
And another touch and go there as Kumare drops the 28th points of the game. It is almost done, as coach Juliana Negedi of Nigeria has seen enough, and she's calling her team, seemingly to have thrown in the towels as she claps them for their valiant effort so far.
I mean, they did extremely well in Nigeria to get to this point, but clearly there's going to be one winner today, and that one winner, it seems as if, and it looks like it is going to be Mali. The way they play with 5 minutes and some change left, it's going to be a really moment task for Nigeria to get back into this because of the defense that Mali plays.
And she's probably, Coach Negedi now knows the next step is to prepare these ladies for the World Cup next year. If she seems to throw in the towels, which I don't think she would do at her level and her experience. So she's probably trying to tell them how to close this game off. You got to give them that experience. You got to share that knowledge with them. You got to give them that motivation that they need. Although this arena is just screaming out in Mali, flags waving all around.
I mean, look, they haven't done really badly. It's just that they let the third quarter go somewhat slip. And in the fourth quarter so far, Mali is just turn on the jets and turn on the screws, tighten up everything else. It was a bit tough for Nigeria to get into the scoring and to get into their rhythm.
It all starts and ends with Mali's defense. Look at that, their leading scorer playing full court defense and still able to stay in front of that her player. Beautiful crossover there by Idubamo Begi.
Look at that smothering defense by Traoré, coming from the weak side She sees that number 16 from Nigeria is open underneath the hoop.
Iwuji.
But she goes and she helps from the weak side top. As we can see now, there's a substitution on the floor. Guess who comes back on for Nigeria?
Demisola.
Nigerin.
And the 3-pointer drops there, it is good. That lady will not go out without a 5. Idubamo Beji continues swinging, and she's now in double figures.
They're actually calling it 2.
And it's a long 2. Still in double figures now with 10 points. And Nigerian doesn't get that to drop, and Captain Mama Dumbia just tips that out of play. That lady, number 85 of Mali, has been an anchor. Just what you'd expect from a leader. There seems to be a travel before anything there, and the ref is right there to call it. Referee Imene Tami from Algeria.
Can you believe this, Shane? Doinsola Nigerin is sitting at 0 points thus far.
And that is a big blow for Nigeria.
That speaks to the defense of Mali, there's no question about it. And she's one of the leading scorers in this Nigerian team. But you can tell her body language as well.
And you will not stop that lady there. Maimuna Traore, she finds Berthe. And Umudabo there for a screen. Forces the switch. And there's going to be a foul there. And Nigeria getting more and more frustrated now as they end up fouling even more. And that lady there, Aminatu Ayodeji, going to the bench. But Mali is still sticking with the strong 5, letting nothing go. And even Forsberg passes. Good transition defense there by Kumari, but that means nothing to Idubamo Beji as she gets that to fall. Idubamo Beji leading all Nigerian scorers now with 12 points. And her counterpart, Umu Kumare, leading all scorers with 28. Nigerian captain gets Malian
fouled.
captain rather, Mama Dumbia gets fouled. Nigerian just sticking her leg out.
Yeah, and she's gonna go to a line to shoot 2 free throws. As Nigeria are now in foul trouble, they're over the limit. So any foul now by Nigeria, it is gonna be shooting 2.
And that's literally adding more salt to wound as they're already trailing by 19 points with just 3 minutes 54 seconds left, and they are now in foul trouble. And this Malian captain has been phenomenal. She's been fantastic, averaging 67 points on the free throw line all season, but that seems to not stop her in this game as she wants to add to her tally. And Patience John picks up that rebound for Nigeria. Patience John with the ball now. She gets that give and go from Mamawola to Ugbade. Mamawola to Ugbade to Begi. Patience John will line it up and she gets that to drop. Something seems to be going well for Nigeria. You can see it's slowly bringing back the life of their fans.
I think be that as it may, it might be a little too late for Nigeria, as I know for a fact that this Malian team.
And Bell plays a nice 1-2 with Umu Dabo. She doesn't get that to drop, but she gets fouled on that attempt and will step up to shoot 2 free throws. And she's a 70% free throw shooter, the lady from Bamako who is playing in Lyon. And we spoke about the give and go. Just Bertha's ability to see over the defense, because everyone's afraid of her because she's such a shooting threat from anywhere on the court.
So you really have to rush up to her. So you have to really play rush defense, and she can able to get around and find people, because then you have to help as well in terms of scrambling defense.
And Dubu gets those 2 free throws. Dubu Double gets those 2 free throws to drop, and she takes the tally up to 8 points. We speak about that lady Berthe who's playing in Real Club Celta in Spain. So this team seems to be all over the world, and it shows in the way they play. They are a universal team.
Absolutely.
And the captain picks up her 3rd foul there, Mama Doumbia. Mama Doumbia, 9 rebounds, 9 points.
And it's always good, and as you can see by their play, that when most of your players are playing overseas, they get to play a lot of games, but they get to play at the higher level as well.
And Patience John converts that. Not Patience John is out, it's Amarachi Ume. And Mali not taking the foot off the pedal. They have continued to play the same winning team. And the defending champions are edging closer and closer to their goal, and she gets that to drop. Berthe this time, all the way from Bamako, gets that to drop right here in Pretoria. Mali may have some of the largest deserts in Africa, but she is making it rain. And shot clock violation.
Great defense by Mali. They are not taking the foot off the pedal, not by any chance. They really want to squeeze this game until the end. Already they have an insurmountable lead, which speaks to their defense. Their defense generates their offense.
And it continues to show. And the ball now with Traoré. She can't exactly find her teammate there, in her captain actually, Mama Doumbia. And Juliana Negedu just trying to keep the momentum alive for her team.
Yeah, 19-point lead, just slightly under 2 minutes to play. It's a full-point conclusion. With turnovers like that, I can almost sound like I'm closing on it and say, let's turn off the lights.
And I mean, to speak about just how well that point guard, Maimouna Traoré, can play. She was in Mexico earlier this year for the Under-17 World Cup with Mali. So she's brought all that experience, that international experience, and brought it out here on this African continent.
And she doesn't even start.
And she's not gonna hesitate. Oh! 31 points! Put that for that leading scorer, Umu Kumare.
I think she is the MVP of the tournament. She has my vote for MVP of the tournament. There's no question about that.
I think I'm not one to vote or to say what my vote would be, but I mean, it's almost a foregone conclusion here that she's going to win that MVP award. Score sitting at 74-50 in favor of Mali, who would swear with the way this arena is chanting Mari that we are in the heart of Bamako watching this game.
Feels like.
And the one end is as silent as the night.
It's just two very different atmospheres in the same arena.
And you see there Dubamo Begi scoring her 14 points of the game. Kumare trying to double team her, triple team her. No pressure, finds double, who finds Traoré. Fake, gets that to go but doesn't drop. Guess who's there to clean up? Codenamed the cleaner, Umu Double, who now gets into double-double. Codenamed Double now with 12 points and 10 rebounds. Long three, doesn't fall. Belt doesn't get the rebound, and there's a foul on Amarachi Ume. The Mali bench is on their feet. They are celebrating. Hugs because they know just how much it took for them to get here.
And we're live around the world, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure out in Bamako, the party has started already.
There's another party that they'll be willing to celebrate as they try and go for the double, the men and the women in this finals. And Amarachi Ume gets that to drop. This is what it comes down to. Celebrations heard all around the African continent, and one name is being shouted. That name is Mali. As if the trophy cabinet was not full of under-18, FIBA under-18 Afro-Women basketball championships. They are marching to their 9th, leaving all competitors behind with just 2 each. And it seems that the Malian most valuable player and leading scorer
has taken a knock
to the face. I mean, you gotta speak about her 31 points today, shooting at a very good rate of 85% field goal with 4 rebounds and an impressive 5 steals as she bows farewell to this game. But she'll be back later on this court to pick up the gold medal and hoist that trophy for all the Malian fans.
And possibly an MVP trophy.
And that ball, they call Mali for an 8-second violation. 33 seconds left here in Pretoria, South Africa. And the Malian fans ready to jump over the barrier and celebrate with their ladies champions here. As that one gets to drop, Patience John has been an anchor for this Nigerian team with some answering calls every now and then. She's been at the beck and call of this Nigerian team in need of an offensive presence as she's up to 10 points. But one person who has been at the beck and call is that lady who misfired there. She will get time to recalibrate. 8 seconds left in this game. 76 to the Lionesses of Mali and 56 to the Tigres of Nigeria.
Yeah, this one is done and dusted, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations.
And there are the Malians.
To Mali.
The fans. Malian flag being hoisted. Cameras are out. Flags are out. But they're still playing to the final whistle. And there's 2.4 seconds left in this game, and Coach Sori Diakite knows this is job well done. They've completed their assignment here, and he gets a last-minute substitution, bringing back that number 9, my apologies, Awa Samake, as Maimouna Traore gets to rest, and it is it. This is it at the end here. Celebrations for the ladies of Mali. As they would say it in French, nous avons gagné. And all you hear is Mali as tears stream down the faces of these defending champions, giving all praises to each other, and everything that they've left here on the court. It is celebrations. Job well done. The Malian team dominated right from the beginning, and they've continued to do so all throughout this tournament. They opened their account here with a very impressive win early in the game. For their first game as a beat Angola 51-43. That was the closest game they've played, and it was followed by a 136-13 win against Zambia, and they beat Morocco 97-61, and they followed that up in the quarterfinals that they played against Rwanda, beating them 86-57. The semi-finals, they left no chance to Cameroon as they won 103-45. And here in the finals, asserting their dominance as the undisputed champions of Africa, going back-to-back, beating Nigeria 76-56 as they lift the trophy like they did 2 years ago in Antananarivo in Madagascar.
Great team, this Malian team. Well coached, well organized team. Great defensive team. When they have you on the ropes, they do not let you go. That's their trademark, that's their DNA. Privileged to witness these young ladies from Mali. This is a very great basketball women's team.
And I mean, not only did they play well defensively, they were firing in all cylinders. They had a very slow start to the game, as they were only 6 points ahead at the half. But it's in the third quarter that they managed to pull away with an 11-point lead. As if that was not enough, they took it all the way up to 23 points in this fourth quarter, eventually settling for a 20-point win. And you can see the celebrations between the players and the fans.
They were just a class above the rest, Shine, for lack of a better word. They know how to play, there's no question about it. The future is very bright for these young Malian girls.
And there you see the statistics. Mali shot at 50% on the field goal compared to Nigeria shooting at a 32% from the field. And this is what it came down to.
And the good thing about them is as well, they really take care of the basketball. They only turn the ball over 13 times compared to Nigeria. My mistake. They only turn the ball over 28 times, which is high for their standards, but they will turn you over in their average of 27 turnovers. They've turned Nigeria 29 times. And
what's also very impressive to see that Mali shot 35% as a collective from the three-point line, and some of those three-point shots were shot from way back from Mali, from Bamako, and landed all the way here, as opposed to their Nigerian counterpart who shot at 18%.
Absolutely true.
And you can see the players waving to the ambassador, the Malian ambassador here in Pretoria, and they know that they're about to collect the gold. It is all tears as they're draped in their flag.
As you can see, the advertising board have been covered by the Malian flag, Malian colors.
And we're taking you through some of the highlights that have just proven why Mali are the undisputed champions of Africa. Leave no doubt.
9 times they are the African champions under 18. That is a staggering number. I don't know if anybody has a chance to be able to break that, because this is a very tight record to break.
And I mean, behind them, you have 3 nations tied at 2 each: Egypt, Senegal, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. That is 7 championships before they can catch up to Mali. That is a minimum of 14 years if you're going to win 7 times in a row. And we get the dignitaries coming down.
And of course, the Malian women's basketball is in great shape, but their development is very good as well. So there's no way you're going to win 7 times in a row without them developing the next generation of under 18 champions from Mali.
They're playing in the World Cup. They played in the under 17 World Cup this year. They've won this under 18 FIBA AfroBasket. They are going to Brno, Czech Republic next year for the under 19 World Cup. There is no break for them, and most of these ladies are playing already all over the world in various programs where they continue playing at a high level consistently.
I mean, their stocks can only go higher as a country, Mali, and that speaks to what they do in terms of preparing these girls, but also putting themselves in the world map to be able to advertise their players, and overseas teams will be able to come and get their players, and that experience will translate to such competition as the AfroBasket under 18 Women's Championship.
And it's about to be the medal time here, the crowning, or rather the coronation of our African champions, the Malian Lions. And you can see it's about to go down here. The fans are all happy. We can take you through these highlights time and time again. Long-range three-point shots, give and goes, dimes, beautiful defense, exhausting defense, suffocating defense. But more importantly though is the goal. And we will have some of our teams, our participating teams here, some of our medal recipients as they come collect their medals here. We had the third and fourth playoff game earlier where Cameroon narrowly defeated Uganda 76-66, and then for our fifth and sixth playoff game, and Egypt managing to just escape the claws of the Angolan ladies, beating them 53-50. And for the seventh and eighth position, Rwanda outclassed Tunisia in the 65-52 win. If there's anything that gives pride to a nation, it's being crowned continental champions, as you set yourselves up for a position to be crowned world champions.
It's always a great feeling to be the best in your continent, and Mali under 18 girls are the champions of the African continent. They're going to represent us in the continent.
And we've been saying this is the home of future African champions. And this is them. They've just proven that.
They've just put the world on notice, these Malian girls. Czech Republic, you better watch out. They're a very good team. They'll get tested, there's no question about it. But I have faith in this Malian basketball team in terms of how they are composed, both defensive and offensive.
And we're about to break onto the podium here for Mali, known as one of Africa's largest empires, and they continue to do so now on the basketball scene, as they are now Africa's largest and biggest empire. And here are dignitaries for and they are naming the All-Stars. The first All-Star recipient here is Idubamo Begi of Nigeria, who you will see on your podium. She has been nothing short of fantastic. She had a fantastic season here, tournament here, giving us some of the best basketball we've seen. She had 19 points per game, and we bring here from Mali, who we think is probably one of the best scorers on the African continent, no doubts about that, is that lady Umu Kumare, who had 31 points in the finals today and averaged 20.8 points to lead all scorers in the tournament. And there is Nanangwe coming here to dazzle us, and she represented Uganda very well with 20 points per game, the second leading scorer. And these are your top three scorers on the African continent, the number one being Umu Kumara in the middle, and Damaria Medi, who's been from Cameroon, who is a walking double-double, giving you 19 points per game and almost 16 rebounds. And to round off the All-Star selection here is Captain Fantastic, the lady who has been at the beck and call of every Malian need, yeah, Mama Doumbia.
She has been fantastic for Mali, there's no question about it.
And these are 5 African All-Stars, and you see what it means to them, the emotions, and just how grateful and emotional Idubamo Begi of Nigeria is there. And these ladies will no doubt fly the African flag high. And there you see our dignitaries stepping up to hand the awards to our deserved champions. And there's a Tunisian captain. And it's not surprising to see that lady step up, as she's had a very impressive tournament here as an all-star for the tournament as well, and the Cameroonian captain, Damari Emedi.
She is the best rebounder. I think she's getting an individual award for being the best rebounder. No doubt she has been killing the boards.
And it's a 3-point award.
You can almost predict this one.
And the person for the best 3-point shooting of the tournament. And it's the lady who's going to be appearing in our screens a lot this evening, as she picks up yet another award for being the best 3-point shooter of this tournament. And she made that fact known to us today in the game, as not only did she score 31 points, but she also went off on the 3-point line, going 6 for 15, which is 40%. And you can see her just being awarded there and getting a picture with the Malian dignitary, and the fans love it as she waves to them. And she is the best 3-point shooter of the tournament.
She's the best 3-point shooter in the continent in her age group, period.
She's the best scorer in the continent. I think she might as well take all the awards home with her today. She's also the best scorer in the tournament, rightfully so. And Umu Kumare, after today's performance of 31 points, averaging a whopping 20.8 points per game. It does not get better than that. She even had a tournament high of 34 points in one of the games, and the 5 steals to go with it. The Malian fans love it. She is the MVP. She is their most valuable player, and goes for yet another picture with the Malian dignitary.
Surely she's going to come back for an MVP trophy. She has to do the same thing again.
And she's going to come back to also hoist that trophy. And look at all the love she's receiving from the Malian fans.
Great player indeed.
And she took a knock towards the end of the game.
Yep.
And now it's who's going to be the MVP of the tournament. I can take a wild guess who the most valuable player of the tournament is. And it's a foregone conclusion, but we will let and everybody sort of knows who they think the MVP is. And ladies and gentlemen, your MVP for this tournament, the FIBA U18 Women's AfroBasket Tournament in Pretoria, hails all the way from Bamako, Mali, to come collect this MVP trophy with 31 points in this final, 20.8 points per game this tournament, and 5 steals to go with it. This is your unanimous MVP. I don't think anybody would have competed with her. She walks out of here with the trophy.
I wish I had bet it because I would have won money now. I did call it from the beginning that she is going to be the MVP of the tournament. She is the best player at the youth category in the whole continent, ladies and gentlemen. Omar Komari, your MVP 2024, under 18 AfroBasket in the Jacaranda City in Pretoria, South Africa.
She is the undisputed MVP. She has led this team in so many categories. She has led this tournament in so many categories. In fact, she has led this continent in so many categories. No wonder she's here to pick up the spoils. And we'll see our third place team, Cameroon, here to collect their bronze medal after defeating Uganda narrowly this afternoon. And you can see that the captain, Damari Emedi, collecting the bronze medal. They will be going back to Douala with a bronze medal. Something to show for all the effort. They fell short yesterday to qualify for the finals and try and represent Africa in Brno, Czech Republic next year.
Yeah, I mean they ran up against a very good Mali team. It was a little bit difficult. It's still going to be difficult to try and beat those guys. Nevertheless, Cameroon has done extremely well. I mean, the score was clearing in that semi-final. It was 103-45. It was almost a 50-point blowout to Mali. It was a train that is well oiled, the Malian train that is just coming from Bamako all the way to Pretoria. It was just bulldozing everybody around the continent to get to Pretoria. Go to Pretoria, bulldoze everybody, is now steaming way back to Bamako with a gold medal plus a very beautiful trophy.
And I mean, you got to speak about this Cameroonian team. It's their first time taking part at the FIBA U18 AfroBasket tournament. And for them to make podium just goes to show you the effort that this lady right here, Coach Ange Londeux, has put together to make sure Cameroonian basketball, women basketball at junior level is put on the map. She was fierce. She kept pushing her team at every single corner. And this result shows just how good they are.
Third place, Cameroon, FIBA U18 Women's AfroBasket 2024, Pretoria, South Africa, the Jacaranda City. It doesn't get better than this. Cameroonian basketball is in good shape with these young ladies that done extremely well. Like you said, it's their first time in the podium. It's actually their first time taking part in the under 18 AfroBasket. Third place finish. It's a great finish for them.
It is an incredible finish, and they have nothing to hang their heads for, because they've done very well. They've surpassed every expectation. They have just continued to just fight, and they've done so relentlessly. And it's time to introduce the silver medalist now. And here comes this team, Nigeria, led by the captain there, who won number 6, Wandu Hembam. She had answers for this team every time she was called, but it was not to be enough, as they were outclassed by the Malian team. But Nigeria, this is their second ever podium position, and it is also another silver.
They follow suit to a Nigerian women's team, the senior women's team that took place in the Olympics just a couple of months back. Nigerian basketball, especially women's basketball in Nigeria, is in great shape as well.
And there's that lady, Idubamu Begi, the all-star from Nigeria. Very great
Superstar
tournament for her.
Yep. Correctly put, very great tournament for her. Unfortunately, she couldn't get over the hump against a very, very, very well-oiled machine of Mali.
But they have nothing to hang their heads for, because they have done very well. They came here as underdogs even in the pool. Everybody thought they would lose to Egypt, and they rose about the occasion time and time again to just give the team the push that they needed. And they called Junior the Tigres, and Junior the Tigres of Nigeria are here, and they have proven that they are a force to be reckoned with.
And most of these young ladies will go on to achieve bigger and greater things in basketball, simply because they're still very young and they've got a bright future ahead of themselves.
And that lady there, Vivian Iwuji, standing next to the Isela Nigerian, gave their all but unfortunately we're not able to match Nigeria. And that last player on the far left of the screen, Abigail Isaac, she's got a bright future ahead of her in terms of a basketball career. Gave her all for this Nigerian team, and she'll continue to do so.
You gotta give it up to Coach Juliana, who was part of that women's team of Nigeria in the Summer Olympics in 2004 in Athens in Greece, to take over this job and lead these young Nigerian women. Just her experience of being at that level rubbed off to these ladies, and there they are earning a silver medal in the biggest stage in the continent. They are the second best team in Africa, and they earn themselves a place to go to the Czech Republic for the World Cup that is coming up really soon.
They might be disappointed that they did not win the gold, but they are very aware of the job that lies ahead of them, the responsibility that has befallen them to carry the African flag and wave it high in the Czech Republic next year.
Always pleasing to see female teams being coached by female, especially ex-players, imparting their knowledge, because the connection is there and they can able to tap into these ladies much better than anybody else, as they understand each other at that level.
And here are your 2024 FIBA Under-18 Women's AfroBasket champions, Mali, led by their captain, Mama Doumbia. A lady who has given everything for this team, and the team who has given everything for her and her nation. The ladies will fly back to Bamako with a heavier piece to carry around their necks and an even heavier piece of that trophy to carry back to Bamako. And you can see your champions there.
It's a gold trophy, so they are heading into their gold reserves in Bamako, Mali.
And the gold reserve that Musa Menzo started continues here in Mali, here in South Africa, as Mali have now been crowned African champions, the undisputed African champions. And here they are, and you can see the whole team. There's that lady who shot really well in the middle of the screen with that flag around her, Rakiatu Berthe, who finished his final with 14 points.
Yeah, and she did extremely well. You know, for the first 3 quarters, she was nowhere to be seen. She was sitting on 0 points. Just in the last end of the 3rd quarter, the beginning of the 4th quarter, she really turned on the charm, and she started making sure that she focuses and she gets a man right and she gets a shot right.
And that lady,
double number 15.
The double machine, Asian double, going back to Mali with this gold medal. But that's only her first stop, as she'll be flying from Bamako to Lyon in France. And the coach, Dekite Sori, did a fantastic job.
Great job. They're champions, Mali.
And we're about to play the Malian national anthem. That is just sheer pride. These are your African champions. And you see they're told to get back. There are your champions, ladies and gentlemen, your African champions, the ladies from Mali going back to Bamako with yet another gold. And there's only one thing left to do before they leave Pretoria, and there is nothing that gives any captain more pride than walking up to hoist that trophy. And the moment is almost there. You can see the captain, Mama Doumbia, and the crowd is shouting her name. And there is that coveted AfroBasket FIBA Women's Trophy being handed over there to none other than Captain Fantastic, the woman behind this motor that kept this team going as a salute in honor of her leadership. Mama Doumbia. And there are your champions, ladies and gentlemen. It is the whole celebrations here as we have all our other dignitaries, the people that made this possible. They come, the coaching staff, the medical staff, every single person who it took to make this possible, without forgetting the fans who will surely join in the celebrations later this evening at the capital city of South Africa, right here in Pretoria, from the University of Pretoria. Please, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your champions, your AfroBasket back-to-back 9-time champions, Mali.
That is a pretty sight, ladies and gentlemen. That's how winners look like.
And there's the tournament director, Ms. Alamine Badier, just trying to make sure that there's no interruption. There's no interruption to the proceedings and the celebrations of these continental champions. As you can see, the board clearly says that FIBA Under-18 Women's AfroBasket champions, Mama Doumbia, hoisting that trophy as she goes and she lifts it. And this is all you expected from them, but that trophy will also be hoisted